Ladies and gentlemen, this is Bashir Khan welcoming you all from Continental Buffet, where there's a fundraising events going on at the present time. And the earthquake which has stricken the Nepal, a great disaster, over $1 billion damage, and thousands of people homeless. So please come forward, take the number on the screen, and be part of this generosity. And if you give $1, the government of Canada will match that donation dollar to dollar. So there is an opportunity for us to share this grief of this disaster and help out our brothers and sisters, regardless of their faith, creed, or belief. We are all human beings, we are brothers and sisters, and we should help at time like this. Right now, I'm going to speak to one of the organizers, and let's find out what they are planning and what are their expectations from you. What is your expectation today, that the dinner has been arranged at this beautiful facility, and how many people are coming, and what are your expectations?
We expecting around 300 people, but people are busy. Today is a Friday. इतना अभी तक तो इतना बता नहीं सकते कितने बंदे आ जाएंगे, लेकिन जितना भी आ जाएंगे उतने हम खुश हैं.
So inshallah, we're looking at almost $60,000 we're going to be raised with this effort with the Pakistani community. And alhamdulillah, Pakistani community did a lot of effort so far. Again, we Wednesday on the radio program, we raised over $7,000, which is a very good achievement.
Just a few days ago is coming another one, and then people is now living in outside the home. It's raining, no tent, no food, no water, no medicine. It's terrible. It's a very terrible condition.
Assalamu alaikum. It's a very good cause, and everybody should participate in that, and hopefully that goes successful.
Yeah, it's too bad. It's okay.
As well, we would like to come collectively in solidarity to try and raise as much funds as we can that is very much needed for relief efforts in Nepal. We've now passed the immediate phase, but we still have a lot of work to do. There is a lot of rebuilding that needs to be done, and for those we need to come together and bring towards as much funds as we can.
We're encouraging all our friends and Canadian citizens to help raise funds to help needy people in Nepal.
We're both executive members of the Canada Nepal Medical Society, a charity that supports the training of paramedics in Nepal. We're collecting a special fund through online donations or in person for earthquake relief. We will be channeling that through other Canadian charitable organizations to the organization that we deem most worthy for providing rebuilding in rural communities, because we believe the real action in Nepal is not in the city, but in the rural hills, where we're only now beginning to see the true devastation.
Did strike Kathmandu and Nepal. Terrible things. Lots of people wounded, people that need help, people need basic things. Therefore, it's so great that the community here in Canada is able to help, is able to get to put resources together, because they do need all help we can give them.
एक नासहानी वाक़या हुआ है काठमांडू नेपाल के अंदर, जहाँ पे 10,000 से ज़्यादा लोगों की जानें ज़ाया हुए हैं. हम उनकी फ़ंड रेजिंग के लिए आज जमा हुए हैं, और हम अपनी कौम से कैनेडियन, पाकिस्तानी, इंडियन, नेपाली सबसे दरख्वास्त करता हूँ कि इस जज़ाए खैर में दिल बढ़ कर हिस्सा लें और दिल खोल के चंदा दें, ताकि गरीबों की और बेघर लावारिसों की इमदाद हो सके.
Nepal is a beautiful country, and we can rise again. And I encourage everyone, whether young or old, any age, to really fundraise and to
do anything they can to help because every little bit counts.
कार एमकेएम कनाडा के एक वफ़ की सूरत में जो हैं वो यहाँ मौजूद हैं और हम नेपाली फैमिलीज़ के साथ सॉलिडरिटी के हवाले से और उनकी हर मुमकिन मदद के हवाले से ना सिर्फ यहाँ मौजूद हैं बल्कि हमारी जो चैरिटेबल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हैं एमकेएम सन चैरिटी और एमकेएम के दीगर फलाही इदारे वो भी बढ़ चढ़ के ना सिर्फ माली उसमें बल्कि फ़िज़िकली हमारे रज़ाकार नेपाल शहर में काठमांडू में वहाँ मौजूद हैं।
नेपाल के ज़लज़ले के हवाले से उनसे सॉलिडरिटी कर सकें पाकिस्तानी कम्युनिटी की तरफ से और फंड रेजिंग कर सकें।
I would like to ask everybody to please stand as we have a moment of silence.
Good evening, respected guests and distinguished guests. I would like to welcome you to Continental Grand Buffet. And especially thanks for Honorable Jason Kenney for a short notice. He made us here. And Mr. Honorable Pakistan Consul General, Asghar Golu Saab, and Leon, everybody is coming in a short time. As a Pakistani abroad community, we thought, is Pakistani is going to reach out to help our Nepali brothers. And we did a good job collecting quite a bit of fundraise. But with this...
Namaskar, Assalamu alaikum. Bonsoir, good evening. Dear friends, it's an honor to be with you here tonight on behalf of the Prime Minister, the Right Honourable Stephen Harper, and the Government of Canada, and all of my colleagues, including the Member of Parliament for Mississauga East, Cooksville, Mr. Władysław Lizon. Let me begin by adding my words of appreciation to Mr. Ali Khan for his wonderful sponsorship, generosity, and hospitality tonight. And let me also begin in words of heartfelt condolences to the families and loved ones of all of those who perished last week in Nepal. To pray for the recovery of those who were injured and who remain homeless. And then the charities who are operating in the region will be doing hugely important work in a variety of ways. Some charities were mentioned in the video. We just encourage you to give to whatever one you think has a good reputation and is actually able to deliver programs on the ground in Nepal.
Honorable Minister, tonight you have seen that the effort from a very small group of people and trying to raise $30,000 target, and we'll have the matching fund from the federal government, of course, $60,000 we are hoping.
Message of gratitude for their generosity. Canada is a home to people from every corner of the world who come here to seek opportunity and prosperity, and many of them get that. We have an obligation to give back to those in need, like the people of Nepal since the terrible earthquake. Canadians were very generous in their response to the Pakistani earthquake back in 2005. And that's why it's so wonderful to see the Pakistani Canadian community passing it on, giving it on to people in Nepal. to see the Hindu and Muslim communities, the Nepalese and Pakistani communities, all Canadians coming together. And it's wonderful as well that their private contributions, as you mentioned, will be matched by the Government of Canada. So a $100 contribution to a charity working to help the Nepalese will equal $200. So it's a wonderful Canadian story. So again, we thank people for their generosity, encourage them to be generous in giving everything they can to help rebuild these people's lives.
Thank you very much. Honorable Minister for Defense for the Government of Canada, Honorable Jason Kenney. More highlights coming up right after this one.